Um, welcome back to another review. This is actually going to be a different type of video. I usually do diecast reviews. Those are basically the only things I really review. But I thought I'd change it up a little bit since the new Godzilla vs. Kong movie recently came out about a month ago, maybe a little more. And I thought it'd be really cool to do this review. And so yeah, let's just get started. So I'll be featuring 3 different Godzillas in this video. I only have 3 of these figures at the moment. I want to get more, but it's going to be a little hard to. I'll discuss that later. Okay, so the first Godzilla we have here is the Godzilla from the movie Godzilla Giant Monsters All-Out Attack, which I believe was was released in 2001. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive that it was released around then. So this figure I got about around a year ago, I think. I got it for my birthday. It's really well detailed. All the figures in this video are NECA figures, which is a company that makes lots of different figures based off of movies and TV series and things like that. So this figure is actually the painted version. Obviously they're all painted, but what I mean is this is the repaint version. So there's actually the original main version is this Godzilla, but he isn't blue anywhere. His spikes are white. This is actually a repaint based off of when he's about to shoot his atomic breath. And this came with an atomic breath piece, but I don't exactly know where it is, unfortunately, which really sucks. I've been looking for it for a few weeks, and I really just can't find it, so I'm not going to give up looking for it, though. But it's really cool. It has a lot of articulation. This is every NECA figure has a lot of articulation around it. So you can see on the tail right here, and then all these different spots, and on his leg too. And the knee joint on a lot of the figures is really hard to actually move. It's really tight, unfortunately, which sucks. Except for one of them. One of the figures, its knee joint is actually really flexible, which is really good. That makes it easy to pose and all that stuff. So I really like this figure, but there's a few things that I don't like about it, and I'll name those right now. So the first thing is his tail. It's cool, but it feels really short. You'll see on the other NECA figures, especially the one I'm going to do right after this one, the tail is a lot longer, but this tail's really short. I don't know. And when you lay it out, there's a bump, so it doesn't look incredible. But a few other details or things I just don't really like about it is the fact that his jaw, after I opened it a few times, it's really loose now, and it can if you look at it, it kind of shakes sort of. So I'm a little scared it's gonna fall off at some point. And the next things I'm about to judge are basically just my opinion on the genuine suit, not exactly the figure itself. Honestly, this Godzilla's cool, but the one from the movie, he looks kind of hunched over. You can see his neck. I don't know. It's not my favorite design. It's definitely not my favorite Godzilla design, but it's still very cool. I'd rate it probably about a 7 out of 10. I love the paint. The paint is really good. The atomic breath piece, you can see it goes in his mouth. I don't know where else you would put it, pretty much. So obviously it would go in his mouth. But yeah, the figure, other than those few little flaws I was talking about, the figure's really good. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so the next figure we have is the Godzilla from Godzilla Tokyo SOS. I kind of forget what year this is from, but it's definitely the early 2000s. I'm pretty sure. But this figure is really cool. I love this thing so much. This is actually my favorite out of all the 3. just because there's like basically nothing wrong with it. It looks incredible, and it's so posable. Like you can put in so many different poses and stances and stuff like that. It's really cool. So this is the normal version. So since it's the normal version, it doesn't come with an atomic breath piece, which kind of sucks, but that's expected. But yeah, you can see he has a lot of articulation. He has a lot more actually than the other guy, because his tail, this is what I was talking about, the tails is huge. It's so long. It's literally like, I'm pretty sure I measured it with a ruler, and it's like longer than 12 inches. I'm pretty sure his tail is freaking massive. There's a lot of articulation on his tail too. There's like bendy wire over here. You can see there's like a joint there, and then all the way down his tail. So that's how I was able to kind of curve his tail around like this, which makes it look really cool. And I love his spikes, his dorsal plates. They're really cool. You know, nice and soft, not too sharp. Very cool. And his face just has to be one of the best parts, honestly. Like, if you just pay close attention to like his face and just the detail, it's honestly incredible. Just his head in general and everything, his eyes. One little thing that I don't like about him that much is the fact that like his arms, if you put his arms down, I don't exactly think this too much anymore, but I kind of used to. I feel like his arms, because of his like armor on the side, I feel like his arms were a little too low down his body, but now that I kind of look at it a second time, it's fine, honestly. It's a little weird, but yeah, I don't know. It's mainly fine though, in my opinion. But this is definitely my most favorite figure. He just looks really good. He's very detailed. And, yeah. I just love his design. He reminds me of the Millennium Godzilla from Godzilla 2000. That Godzilla, like, they look very similar. And I remember when I first got this guy, which is about 3 months ago, I think now. I'm not really sure. I first thought that, like, he was the 2000 Godzilla, like, you know, Millennium. And I was like, oh my god, I really want that, because I really like the design of that guy. But then I realized it was Tokyo SOS, and I was like, oh, it's not even the same one. I was like, obviously, I still love the design. So, yeah. That's basically all there is to say about him. He's really cool. Definitely my favorite figure out of the three. And, yeah, let's move on to the next one. And the last figure that we have out of the three is Godzilla from Godzilla King of the Monsters, the 2019 movie. So this Godzilla is very, very cool. I really, really love his design. Just in general, with the actual movie and all out the figure in general, just the paint is incredible on his dorsal plates and everything. He looks very, very cool. You can see like his face. Everything is very cool. There's a few flaws with him, unfortunately, but I'll mention those in a minute. So one thing, when I was talking about, this is the guy with the knee joints that like aren't tight at all. Look at this. Look how flexible that is compared to like, let's see, SOS Godzilla or SOS Goji. Look at this. Like, you can't even move his knee at all. It's like so stiff. And then same with the 2001 Godzilla right here. Also very, very tight, unfortunately. But this guy is completely fine. You can move him around a lot. And there's a few things that I like about his face is you can see his tongue in his mouth, which I think is kind of cool they added that. Because with all the other figures, his tongue is like laid down on the bottom of his mouth. And yeah, he looks really cool. So there's a few issues with this guy though that I'll name. So one is the fact that I got this guy a few weeks ago, and I can't, like, his tail right here, I just, like, it's pushed in, but I can't push it in too much because it just won't go any farther than this. So it's kind of just like a noticeable gap right here, and it also makes his tail like really easy to take off. See, it's like on the ball joint right there. I didn't have to use like a hair dryer or hot water or anything to put it on. I just tried it at first and it was fine, so I don't know, I'll figure that out eventually. Second thing is his waist joint is like very, very tight. I'm gonna work on that and make it more loose, but like with this Godzilla right here, his can go all the way around, which is like really flexible. And same with SOS Goji, his can go around very like pretty much all the way too. But this Godzilla right here, Legendary Godzilla, can't, unfortunately, which sucks, but sometimes that's expected with certain figures like this. A few other things are, he has a neck joint, like at the base of his neck right here, but it can't move because it's obstructed by this dorsal plate. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but pretty much this big plate right here is blocking this tiny plate, so it can't move. It's like stuck, and it can't move the other way either because it's locked on a different spot. So I was thinking of maybe cutting parts of both, but I'm a little worried it's gonna look bad, so I'm probably not going to. But that's fine, honestly, whatever. Another thing that I actually was really upset with, like, when I first saw this figure for the first time, not when I first got it, like I'm talking about months ago, was his face. His eyes, I mean, they kind of look like they're popping out, but now I actually like it. I think it looks good. And this figure's jaw is a little disaligned. Like, it's more noticeable when you, like, kind of open his mouth. I managed to fix it a little better. It was a lot worse when I first got him, but his jaw wasn't aligned. And now it basically is, so it's fine. And then the last thing, this thing literally makes me go crazy. This is, like, the worst flaw about this figure. The hand literally is so easy to pop off. Like, I've almost lost this thing, like, 5 times. Like, in the first week I owned it, I almost lost this stupid hand 5 times. I'm not even kidding. It was really annoying. It scared me because I was like, well, I don't want to lose that hand when I first got this thing. And I think I might know why. Wow, literally just fell off right there. I can actually get it. I got this off of Amazon about, a few weeks ago. Already said that. But if you come look at the box, right here. This was what the box looked like when I first got it. It's literally like, it's kind of hard to see, but it's crumpled up, it's all crushed. There's like rips in the box and everything. It's like right there, easy to see how damaged it was. And when you open the box, do so. You see like the dents in the side and everything. And when I actually got the figure, when I got it out of the box, his hand was off. So it already had fallen off like in the packaging. I just wish they did a better job, and I just wish they cared more about actually, shipping this thing. It shipped from Japan, so it took a while to get here. And I guess that makes sense. It probably got beaten up on the way here because I had to go over the Pacific to actually get to where I am. But still, it's kind of just annoying. I'm a little pissed off that the box is destroyed, but I'm still gonna keep it nonetheless. It's honestly fine. Yeah. So I think I'd rate this figure about, probably about a 8 to 9 out of 10. I still really, really love him. Like, everything about him is just very good. So yeah, that's Legendary Godzilla. And so those are all the NECA figures that I have as of now. I'm thinking of maybe getting a few more. I don't know when exactly, but probably not anytime too soon. I don't know, I'll figure it out, whatever. But if I could give an overall rating of each, I'd rate this guy a 7 to 6 out of 10. I don't know, I mean, like, I just don't like his design very much, just how he's like hunched over and stuff. But that's just like on the actual suit, in my opinion. I'd rate him right here. I never actually rated him before. I'd rate him a 9 out of 10 to 10 out of 10. Literally, there's nothing wrong with him, honestly. He's really cool. The only thing I said that was wrong with him was his arms, and honestly, it's not even that bad. He's very, very cool. Definitely my favorite, out of the, all 3. And then, this dude right here, I'd rate him about an 8 to 9 out of 10. He's very good, but he has the most flaws out of all of them. Although they're all very small, and a lot of them I can actually fix. It's still kind of annoying, but I'd move him. If I fix everything, he'd probably be a 10. Because he's also very cool. I just love his design in general. Yeah, so I guess that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I was supposed to actually record this video like weeks ago, but I've been really busy with school and everything since the year is approaching the end. and summer break is almost here. Speaking of that, since I'm actually recording this with my school iPad, I'm not going to really be able to film too much over the summer, which sucks. That literally sucks because where I live, there's always like really nice cars and all those just really nice cars and everything outside driving. And so, like, literally last summer, we saw a Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster at a coffee shop literally like 300 feet away from my house, which is really, really cool. But I didn't get it on camera because it was in like August, and I'm not gonna get my iPad while I'm in August. Well, it's August, you know, it doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed though. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.